All right. Got that going. Got that going. Gonna try a little of the RF online next. A little gotcha game for everybody out there. I love the music. Got to love the music. All right. Got my K-pop star here. I'll select them. Make sure we didn't die while we were AFKing last night. You can do that in this game. It wasn't me just deciding to go AFK. It's a thing. It's an interesting game. First one I played like it. I haven't played any of these. So it's definitely different. But I'm enjoying it. But that's the problem right now. I have got. There's just so many good games to play. So many good games to play. Fortnite's coming out with good content again. The little minions I'm just loving. This one is fun. Hearthstone is fun. League of Legends always is going to be a biggie for me. Let me party up here real quick. There we go. And where is... Let's see where I am here. Okay, blue. There he is. Let's teleport. Pay a little money. Do the teleport, get there faster. Hopefully I can. So it's an interesting way to play the game because it's not like you are actively, I mean, you're moving and attacking stuff like that, but you are kind of telling your character really what the general gist of what you want him to do, and he kind of does a lot of it on his own. This guy's a damage dealer. My son's character is a healer. There we go. Select for auto, so we can auto. So if I'm following him, I can auto party and basically attack. I'm trying to get him leveled up so he can start doing some better stuff. We gotta get some stuff so he can heal. See our shots. Got that. There's a lot of stuff. If you wanna spend some money, there is a lot of stuff that you could willingly spend money on in this one. So let's do check-in rewards. Thank you. Let's donate to the guild. Let's just do regular donations today because we're low on diamonds. Everybody's already done everything. Okay, so they have already been at it here on Monday. Fantastic. Got some mail, as this is 50 days for, remove our circle. What is going on? Because I tried to do Okay, I definitely want it on this one. Okay. Why are the weekly ones? I knew the monthly ones. 8/5. So Wednesday, we'll get a weekly back. Okay, so I guess they're coming, which is what it is. Dungeons, let's see. Got some training, got a world boss, 6 hours. And it's tomorrow. World. Okay. Ooh, I got some time in the... That's good. That's good. So since we're in follow mode, stuff that he's doing, we're just kind of tagging along. And we'll follow. We'll follow. Sometimes the automatic gets hung up on that when you're going under stuff, but what level is my character right now? 55. So I think we could do up to the other ones if we were doing them with him. Let's check out the missions here. Daily missions. I don't think we want to go to the... Yeah, those are a little bit too high. So let's stick with these. Let's except 10, the weekly's not working. Okay. Got that. We know collection. Let's see what we got going on here. The only other thing, sometimes these buttons don't click quite like they should. You gotta give it a little double. I'm clicking it, but not quite hitting. Let's do special collectible. Nope, this should finish her out. Nice. And each time you're doing these, even if you're not adding them, once you add something completely, it's helping out your combat power, which is a good thing. We got the combat power doing its thing. What we need to do. And put a headshot her on. I bet she's on. Doing her thing. But basically here, there's a couple dudes, guys that fight with swords, guys that fight with guns, guys that fight with shooting stuff out of their hands. There's sword and shield. I mean, there's a bunch. There she is. Hello. Hello, friend. It's one of my favorites. I'll still have her on in the background most days. Alright. Alrighty. Special collectible. Let's add those. Finish adding the rest. Okay. Did that event. So I can change all the ones. I figured out I could change this coin into something cool. So we're still following what's kind of set in a, I don't know, futuristic atmosphere. You got, well, I can go over all the things that you can do. And you got your spell or weapon or attacks or whatever down here. You can make it so that they automatically go themselves, which I have done. There are field bosses and all sorts of field bosses. I need to figure out that. Let's go see what field boss does. I guess it's just a boss you can fight in a specific area. Alright, so we're going through. He's got a quest where he's got to kill demons, get samples. Trying to get him to my level so we can be on the same main quest. And once we're that way, because his character is actually, although he shoots a gun, he is a healer. And once he can get his healing spell up about 7 more levels, he is going to be doing wonderful things in the game, especially when I need it. Hopefully we're getting a deal. Yeah. At some point I'm going to have to replenish my stuff here. Because I've got those on auto use as well. No, I've got more. Nope. So those are all passive skills. Alright, skills, there's stuff, so you know, you got check-in day. I've actually had a weekend. Yay, me. You got stuff you can do. You have gifts that you get, like if you got adventure pass or whatnot, you can get acquire stuff, which is good. Got the 18th to finish this, so possibly could get that done. You got, like I said, there's tons you could buy. Summon packs, and when you're new, you can buy all sorts of things. They had starter packs. You got weekly and monthly and stuff you can buy. There's a privilege thing that kind of gives you an over the whole month bonus as far as weakness attack, and you can buy coins. Hold on, let's go back to that. You can get summoned. So like I've got a rover, which is a little dude that helps me out. And I've got my biosuit. You can exchange diamonds for stuff and credits, and actually I probably need to be doing some of these summons, because eventually if you get enough summons, you get, after you go through 6 layers, you get a legendary, which would be, it's a legendary ticket. It better be a damn legendary thing. But I've heard that just because it's a legendary ticket does not make it a legendary item, which would be pretty shit. You got stuff, so I got my little like clerk bunny guy. He could be different stuff. So this is, you got your biosuit. This is kind of your armor. I actually do have an epic, I think is what they call that, the purple. Yeah, I don't have any legendaries, and I don't have any of the mythic. Maybe one day, maybe if I get lucky and get that golden ticket, I best get, come on, there we go, a legendary. Which for this character is the Cypher. It's this dude. So, a little fancy schmancy. This is what it is. Alright. So it has some cool stuff. There's also costumes, so if you don't want to have this appearance, you can make yourself look like an idiot with a soccer ball on your head. Kind of a K-pop, I guess what K-pop thinks all the California Cowboys look like, maybe. K-pop leather biker, Korean game. Can't tell, so there's a lot of K-pop influence. And they all kind of K-poppy. But these even give a few effects and stuff, and you can buy them for gems and things. If you want to be a little Harry Potter dude. You can be a little Harry Potter dude with your Hogwarts shirt on, and you actually can be actual Korean themed characters. I think this is probably the most Korean one right here. Kind of looks like the old, what, 15th century guys that would solve crimes, inspectors, I believe is what those guys are. And then if you get good enough squad or good enough guild, you can actually do a mining war, and if you win a mining war, you get this thing, which is pretty cool. But that's just your look, regardless of what your actual suit underneath it is. There's a lot going on. I'm still learning. Then you've got your rover, which helps you. That's the little guy flying around. But you've got cosmetics for him, which is my rover looks like the little pink bunny dude. These guys do stuff different. So he's got a Mao effect. He's got a launcher effect. Speaking of Maos and launchers, your Mao is kind of your mech that you can get in and actually battle with. So like when you're doing a world boss and stuff like that, you can do that. Your launcher is a turret that you throw down and fights for you. It's stationary location. Again, we got your skills that you can do. These skills I like to enhance, but had it up to 11. Problem is the way they've set up the game, and this I don't like. If you have a catastrophic failure, you actually lose skill points. They've only got a 30% success rate, so you're wasting a ton of your supplies, ton of gear, ton of everything to get those levels up, and then you always don't get them. That is a disappointing thing about the game, a disappointing feature. Combat. These are modules that you do that help in your attack and your defense. These open at levels, and you spend these cubes to get them. Factions. So factions, you've got different factions that you can do. There's 3 factions in the game. This is kind of like the NPC factions. This isn't really factions for like guilds or something. This is NPC guys, because the map is divided up into, you can see 3 different sections. You got your yellow and your pink and your blue, and those are the different guys. And you can get different bonuses. So each of these cards has a different active, an equipped effect, which right now I've got my Korra attached. But now the active effect of having them all, you still get that regardless. So no matter what, you always get your Bellado. Even if you got your Korra, you get the active effects, but you don't get the equipped effects. So that's something a little trickier. Title, self-explanatory. You got a title. Title have different things that they do and stuff. I wish they made it easier to read easier to understand. Basically, I'm having to click and figure out if it lowers or raises what stat I'm looking for, which is more combat power, to decide if I want to keep it. Achievements. Get a character to 60. Get character 65. These are progression. Exploration. Check into a guild 5 times. I guess I've only done it 3, which probably only been in the guild about 3-4 days. Main chapter quest, viewpoints, combat, defeat certain amount of monster stuff, and get, you know, it's achievements. You've been in other games that have had it. Collection. Collection is a little odd. So your extra stuff that you're getting, you can get and you can put towards these groupings, and it kind of takes them out and recycles them. So instead of recycling and get the physical stuff from it, you're getting, you know, this is going to help your injury recovery, this is going to help your weapon attack. But so let's say this one right here. So 5 is a level you can get everything to safety. Everything after that, there's an issue with it failing. So let's see if this will make it to 9. Because 9 is huge. Didn't, of course, always happens on 9. And so I got a crappy piece of gray metal that I can use to do something to these other crappy gray pieces of armor that aren't going to get to me anyway. So it's a lot of expense to try to level stuff. Market, there you go. You can sell stuff if you want to sell it. Like this guy's a cipher. So I could buy, oh, I want to make one of those so bad I can't stand it. That's 6,000 gems. I only got 862. Is what it is. Let's see, because the different tiers, is that even? No. Don't want to accidentally buy something. So you've got, you know, you can buy stuff, you can actually sell stuff. Obviously, if I want to sell all these items, I can sell things. I need to go buy and break a lot of this down so I can get materials, so I can make stuff, because along with all that stuff, there is, you can enhance your equipment, which I just tried, and you saw that fail. But you can also craft. And right now, all of my gear is blue, so I'm looking to get into the purple. But like, this is the base purple gauntlet for my type of character that I have. And we can see, like, I need a bunch of blue supplies to do this. Materials. 4 of 20, 4 of 20, 0 of 13. Then I need some purples. 1 of 5, 0 of 1, 0 of 1 for Holy Crystal. I haven't even seen these things yet. So I'm hoping that down the line, when I'm hunting bigger and badder fish, that it's going to work and I can get that stuff. But right now I'm just a wee fella, just trying to squeeze up the ladder. Material conversion doesn't work yet. Core link doesn't work yet. Quest, self-explanatory again. You got your main quest. You got side quests that you can do in various areas. I think I've done all the side quests in all the areas that I have completed, which are nice because they help you level a little bit, but they don't always line up, which is a little bit of a pain. Yeah, I've done all these. And then faction quest. And faction quests are for your different factions. So like right now I got my core faction going on, so those are the ones that I want to be doing. Defeat enough of this, and it's the same thing, but you're helping it when you're getting that, you're getting a little faction bonus here, because those tokens you can spend to get like the juices that I showed down here that help you and those sort of things. That's quest, missions. Missions are pretty much like quests, but they're daily or weekly or monthly. A little more defeat monsters in this area, you know, defeat monsters in another area. Weeklies or kill count, and so there's different things. That helps you advance and help you get stuff. Exploration. Explore the map. Ugh, excuse me. Explore schedule. I don't know. So, Noble World. See, I don't even know what exploring the schedule is. I don't know. I guess if you're AFK and you want to do that, you can explore. Maybe. Maybe. Sounds reasonable. Memory chips are these things that create pictures, and each picture, select this one. I forget what I got at the end. A little. There we go. Fix some damage. PvE damage. Help my max HP. When I complete it, I got a couple different things, so it helps a little bit. Again, every little bit helps. Helps you get through, helps you build stuff better. That's my own shield, not my healer shield. That's alright. Why are you going back and forth there, champ? Dungeons, a couple different dungeons. You got these little training, they call it a dungeon. It's literally a room you go in and you'll fight a bot. And this is fighting with your suit without your machines, and this is fighting with your machines. World boss, kind of everybody can get together and defeat. I'm only up to Liba. That's the biggest boss I can do. You try to do both if you got tickets. They get pretty good drops, and there's a group of drops that you don't necessarily get automatically. This is what you get automatically, but they've also got drops that you could win, and depending on how good you do. Zone dungeons, these are kind of what you would think of as a regular dungeon, but you go in, get an area. Nice things about these is, one of the things about the game is you can go AFK. They don't mind. You've got a certain amount of AFK you can use every week, and you can go to the dungeon, set your AFK, go to bed, and your character's still collecting items and fighting stuff. And little levels, it says it's supposed to be normal, but I don't think the levels go up quite like when you're actively on the game for some reason. It just doesn't seem that way, and there's been a lot of discrepancy. Well, I'll go in and be like 59% close to the next level, and my character will go in and fight all night. Like, it'll be down here, I'll say, oh, 59% XP, headed towards 56, and I'll fight for 8 hours, 9 hours, 10 hours while I'm sleeping, and the next thing you know, nothing. I get back on, and the experience where I was 59, it'll be like 63%. But my little thing says, oh, you earned 17% while you're AFK, but it doesn't show up in the actual how it gets added in. I think you're getting shorted a little bit on that, but you know, what game lets you AFK? Party dungeons, battlegrounds, I haven't tried. I might try battlegrounds tomorrow. Outer Planet, don't know, because that's something you do when you hire. Mining Oregon, that's a guild fight where you fight. Drockner is the largest guild on our server, which you can see in guilds. I'm in one called Deadwind. We're level 6, we're just little guys. There's a people. Guild rank, I mean, these guys are level 8. Ton of weekly points, full. You know, we're just, we've got 12th place, we're getting there. You are not too far outside. We're getting there. Little bit, little bit, little bit, little bit, little by little. War games, plague, and guild friends, presets. I don't know. And there's your rankings, which that guy is #1. Drockner. I mean, you can see all the top people are Drockner for the win. Which initially, when I started the game, I tried to get into for the win and got in for 4 seconds and got booted. And I think it was while I was trying to move my daughter out of school. I don't think they realized that I will play this and be active. Oh, core contribution went up. That's that faction stuff we were talking about. Awesome. And then PvP, you can see I haven't done a ton, but there are people that do. I bet you I'm gonna have to get into it once I get a little higher and learn a little more, because most of the guys at PvP are on that list we saw, and I can't even do it. So it's a very complicated game. A lot of stuff that Right. Well, you can see it's a complicated game with a bunch of stuff to it, but we're learning. We're learning and we're getting through it. So you can see it here on my map. There is a chest. I should probably, as a matter of fact, while he's fighting, I'm gonna go. I can't fly, I can see him in combat. I'm not in combat, but you can't fly in this game in certain areas. Nope. The controls aren't deep. There we go. Where we flew for a second. Okay, got stuff for my collection, got a couple other things. Going back to the party, and can't fly. You got to be out of combat. Kind of go on autopilot. You can take it, I guess, interacting as you want to, or as big as you want to ahead. ahead and follow it. I'm level 55. My son's character is 50, so he's 94% towards 51. 24. I'm 20% towards 56. I think that's going to change when I can get him up to my level of main questing. And then we can go through, and once he gets on my level, it should be good. Should be good. Side quest to do. Experience, you can see how much the guy you're killing. I mean, you're getting 4,000ths of a percent. So you gotta kill a lot. Gotta kill a lot of them. Milan, when you leave, I need you to grab one thing for me. As soon as you get a couple steaks, I'll give you money. Yeah, I just need you to make call me in the instruction, I'll show you where everything. I know they said this, but I didn't have it down, so I gotta get another one. I'll just cash, pay for it. Okay. Alright. I mean, it's not a matter of showing there's things in there, but do it. And I hate nothing sugar. Meat. Nothing, you understand what things have sugar? Or carbs? Not a lot. Thank you for getting that for me. Just call me when you're in the meat section. I'll show you what's good. See, I'm getting stuck behind somebody who I shouldn't. And if you get far enough, you get disconnected. So hopefully that does not happen. So you don't have that on. It works with mine, but you don't have to play about sport soccer. Although we did have the World Cup here, and I think it went well, and I think it was good showing. I think for the most part of the Argentina players in the final game, most people acted pretty well. I think a lot of people from outside America got a good view that they would have never gotten out of America before, and they have a little more understanding and a different. Not paying enough attention. Still disconnect yet. Not paying enough attention. I think if people would have a different view of here, which I think is good. I think that is good. Fix it for a minute. Got a new cord. But sport, I mean, I think that's why a lot of Americans respect Erling Haaland, because the kid doesn't go down, he doesn't take the dive. His dad was a player back in the day and told him don't do any of that fake floppy bullshit, and he doesn't, and it shows. You see him, he gets hit hard, and what legitimately would probably trip up most people, and it doesn't take him down, and it's because he tries to keep his feet. Where, you know, you can go on YouTube and it's comical. YouTube flops, World Cup soccer flops, and people are not even getting touched. And I mean, it's Academy Award level acting, just you know, doing the flop, screaming in agony and everything, and they're up 14 seconds later. Key and Peele have a pretty good skit about how bad it is. It's like watching LeBron play basketball, and who likes to do that? Soccer players will get sometimes. Not what you want. Embarrassing. Don't know how to use this bunny. I got a bunch of funny parts there. And I guess I can use this on those. I got some of these ones too. She's all too. Hopefully I get something I don't have. That doesn't look good, because if I got parts that I don't have, they would show up, and I must have gotten dupes. I got second level pieces. I don't even have all the first pieces yet. Goodness. Alright, well, that's good to know. I think we're probably going to do a couple more faction. We're going to get on main quest, see if we can get him. He was just taking too much damage at in the 40s on the main quest line, even with me helping kill. So what happens is every now and then they take you out. You can't be in a party, and you're going through some first person like an instance, and you'll be in there by yourself, and we just had one where he kept dying because he wasn't big enough for it. So let's see here. I can craft event. I can craft upgrade kits based off of our boost kits. How many of these can I do? 4? Alright, based off those coins. I'll take that. Let's see, how many of these can I make? Max. Make 3, and I can do another boost kit. Let's do the boost. So it takes 2. Alright, I'm good with that. No chest, I can make those. Alright, so you can make stuff. Alright. Alright, so we can make stuff. It's somewhat useful. Type 2 also. Alright. A few more minutes on the map. Now we just do a little afternoon quest or afternoon stream so people could see. Hello. Hello. Like I said earlier, be switching more into days. We've switched up our sleep hours pretty good bit with the boy and his internship this summer. We'll be getting up at the booty crack of dawn, which is different now. It used to be early rising when I was little, but we're changing. Changing. Quest line. See what we can do here. Yeah, 39 to 50. We're talking about 40. Let's go to main quest. See what happens. And see what happens. Let's see, we got a little of a couple boxes that I think we can open. Ooh, got a couple contracts there. See that? We'll accept all these. Didn't realize you had to buy some of the mission contracts before, but now we do. We know what's up. Ooh, losing scramble. I got a awesome. Come on, give us some good stuff. Good juice. Oh, look at that. Heck yes. Heck yes, I needed some of those. This might be one I already have. It is, so let's I don't want to do these. Let's have for that. Chip. This is chip. Sounds good. Ooh, look at that. I really not be very Alright, so my character's on quest 7-5. 619, so yeah, a little bit. Got a couple to catch up on. Styling, killing and throwing. Killing and throwing. Stay hydrated. Hydrated. Good because you got, that's the other thing. So in addition to instances, in addition to the instances where you're trying to upgrade something, fix something, make something, and the creation doesn't always happen, sometimes it takes you back. You'll be in a place like this and it'll say, okay, kill X number of, so we've got to kill X number of the big guys right here. Big guys can run around with the antennas. However, this area also has just rando creatures that look like that thing back there in the background, look kind of like a dinosaur right here at the tail. And they attack it. Well, they don't count towards the kills, but they take time, they take damage, they take stuff, so it lengthens out how long it takes you to get through your X amount of kills or whatever you have to have. To get done, it takes that, it makes it that much longer. Now granted, you still get experience from these guys, so it's not like a complete waste, but it is definitely a bit of a time drag as far as keep you from just jetting through Kenny's quest. Because no, it's not. You're an impediment. You're an addition to. And you know, they don't have them at the lower areas. Lower areas kind of scream through levels, but eventually at the higher levels, they definitely have them, and it definitely drags it down and makes it last longer. So, like in this area, you got those guys you're fighting, and you got another dinosaur with a dude that attacks you. Until it attacks you, you really don't attack because you're not. That's not what you're going for. You're going for the other guys. Just one of those things, I guess. Just one of those things. I must have got some tickets. All right. Infected dudes you gotta kill, so I'm not counting the big dinosaur dudes. We got 2 more of the regs. Get his quest checked in and get a new one. And that's actually being on the same quest. Which would be nice. Very, very nice. And then my guy who's a little bit more damage, a little bit more combat power. Right now, at level 55, I've got 53,198 combat. At level 51, he's got 36 of it. So he's got not quite half, but not far from it. And he's almost the same level. And that's just because of the type of characters we are. He is an assistant character. I am a lead actor. That's one of those, what I got out of that box. Yes, you know it is. What What else do I have? Oh, I got more than one. Okay. Alright. There we go. Alright. I'll see you when you get back. Love you, bye. Well, let's see here. So you got your main dudes that are the big 5 kilo dinosaur men. You got your little creatures. Where is this little creature? There is just straight up one. You can actually get 3. Yep, all right. Playing some contract mission wars. What's up? And those aren't going to work. But that gave us some more contract mission tickets, I believe. Which we should immediately, if not soon. Go through, yep, and reuse another 11. Yep, reuse. And use their final 6. Right. So these are all 4 rovers, which gives us a lot of rovers. Which one of the things you can do with the rovers is you can fuse them together. So let's fuse all these guys and see if we get anybody back to being good. And let's keep fusing. But you gotta go back to the page that has all of them, fuse them all together. Number 1 on the grays first. Put these lower guys first. Let's go back to auto. Oh, now we're doing greens. All right, greens come time, so we'll give us a blue. Yeah, got a blue, got a blue. We got enough greens for one more, I think. We get a blue? Get a blue? No, got another green. So that's it. So we're not gonna have any more. Didn't get high enough to get a purple, but what that does is that opens up that thing I was showing you earlier on our summons for our rovers, because those were all rovers. So we got some points. Every time you summon a rover, you get a point, and that again goes towards the legendary ticket. And that some bitch better be a legendary rover, or I'm gonna be pissed off, because that's what it needs to be. All right, he's on 626. So let's see if this. There we go. Fighting these dudes. There we go. Put it in, they'll be. There we go. You got the fire ones that are the ads. Alright, that. It. More programming than what to do now. I could take it off of auto and do all this myself. They do it themselves, and they do it with a little better efficiency and stuff than I would do. You can get as interactive or stand back as you want with this game. It's a fun game. Leveling's fun. Of course, PvP and stuff and battles and all that you gotta do. Not doing auto, doing it yourself. Especially when you're grinding out the level. It's nice when you take out the ground part. Oh, hello? Hello, bro. Hey, baby. Go lay down. Just want to stretch. You have any part of the stretch on me? Is that what you're doing? Dog's notorious. Stop her. She likes to come by and say hello. Move on after she's blessed you with her essence. Not very nice. Not very nice at all. A little fiber. (43 of 50 kills on these guys. I still can't see the damage. You're doing the finishing shot. You get some extra experience, which is nice. That's definitely nice. Gotta go talk to somebody. What's up out there? How's everybody doing? How are you? Hold on, he's got to go explore its surroundings. And then we're battling. The other day, they were like in energized G-shots or something. But it comes up to names. The names are humorous. Humorous at best. Also, so we're gonna hook up. Got a table with my new mouse. I got an ergonomic mouse. It's too short. So we got a little special cable here. And hopefully it is the pawnage. I got some of the pawns with the ultra custom USB-C cable. The pawnage. Sleeve. It's got a pretty purple sleeve, which purple. I do indeed. 628 on the main quest, so he's getting to myself 5. Now the nice thing is, the regular spawns that you're actually fighting in this area don't attack unless you engage. It's just those randoms that cause your problems that attack. So when I was first leveling up my character, these big looking half moon head bumpy dudes. They do a lot of damage. It's hard to get through, hard to get leveled up. I hate it. They come up and attack the little man. Rampage he goes. Taking time out of what we should be doing. Kill the other guys. Taking time out of killing the other guys. Something out of it. All right. Well, seen it. You get to experience it. One of the mini games we're playing. I still have not figured out how to build my Ultraman ship in No Man's Skies, so that's on our list of things we're actively doing, but we got things we're actively doing. We're getting some dailies complete. Fantastic. We're doing stuff. We're trying to play as many of the good games we can. We're enjoying so many. Of course, we're doing the sprites in Fortnite, No Man's Sky. I'm still trying to figure out how they got that. This is just a little preview, but I hope you're doing well. Hope you have a great rest of your day. Go and see us. Tell us games you think are good. You want? I enjoyed Frog in the Snow. Great game. Which one some more of. You can go to Matinee. Short, sweet. Thanks for coming out. Thanks for hanging out. Come and tell me what you want to see played, and take it easy. Have a good afternoon.